Hey guys, welcome back to CloudRaga. So in previous video, we created these two entity classes, book and library. Book, library, and later we have registered these two classes inside this configuration file as with mapping tag. Okay, this is done. Till then we have done here. Now let's create a tester class. So right click, new class. I'll call it one to many tester. Okay, done with this. Now let's have our skeleton code, right, which always gives you the database connection. So I need to open previous code, and I need, let me copy all, then I'll clean up the stuffs, the extra stuffs. There we are. So this, and let's get rid of this as well. Okay, so this is our skeleton code, and we need these to get the session object. Once we have session object, you can save or do other stuffs. In the meantime, let's open the mysql database as well. Okay, so let's create instances. So idea is we will have one library and multiple books, right? One book, one library, multiple books, that we have list of books here. So I'll create one library object, or let's start with book. Up to you, it's not like hard and fast rule. Book here from entity package, let's say book 1. For this example, let's keep 2 books, they are fine. Book 1 dot set id not required, let's say name. I'll say go Java. Done. Let's get second book. Let's call this Hibernate. Right. Done. So we have 2 books here. Since we need this in a collection, so I'll create list of collection as well. Or list of books. Sorry. Books equals new array list. Then we'll say books dot that add book 1 and book 2. Okay, so we're done with the book. Next is we need to create library, so we can map these books object into a library object. So let's create library from entry package, library equals new library. Done. Then we have to say library dot set id not required, location, let's say city, mall, whatever the location, just random location, and it says library dot set books here, and I'll pass the reference of collection which we have created earlier, right? So there it is. So we are done with all the objects. Now what? We have to save these objects so we can see them in database here. So we let to create session dot save object. So book 1. Yep, that's right. We need to save all objects we have created in this class. So we have created 3 objects, book 1, book 2. This is not going to save, it's part of collections, so it goes here. Third object. So we have 3 objects basically. We are talking about entity objects. And last one is library. I'll explain this again in more detail, but for now just remember, doesn't matter how many objects you're creating, these objects must be saved in database. So I have book 1, book 2 and library, so all 3 objects needs to be saved by using session object. So book 1, book 2 and library object. That's it. And what? Let's run the code. So right click, run as an application. So it's running and we are getting some errors. It's saying could not determine the type for this. Let's quickly copy this one, paste on paint to see what error we are getting. So we have seen this error earlier when we were mapping one-to-one mapping. So it's saying it does not understand the type of list here. Library table, that's the table, and the column name is books here. So if I go back to my entity classes, books is fine. In library we have this list of books. So this is int, this is string, but what is that? Something similar we saw earlier. So here we have to tell this is a one-to-many mapping, one library, many books. So it goes like at one to many. Okay, again this is just a half-baked data. We will see this in more detail in next upcoming videos, but for now this annotation should work. Okay, so need to go back to database, check this CloudRaga database, refresh. Just want to check whether any object of book or library. Nope, nothing. Great. So let's go back to one-to-many tester class, right click, run one more time here, and yep, table 1, table 2 and third table is also there. So 3 create queries, some alter queries for primary keys and foreign keys, and finally some insert queries. 3 inserted in our tables and 2 inserted in our some different table which is not expected but it's there. So if I go back in database, refresh here the table, so book table, core Java and hybrid, that's good. Library, there it is. So ID1 setting all the location, but what about third table, library table and book table? If I select rows, these has some mappings, some primary key mappings. So that's what happened when you're doing with one-to-many mappings here. So in this video we'll continue the same, and till then, bye bye.